Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Kansas City Royals rebuild here on MLB The Show 23. Last episode, we had ourselves quite the eventful video. Not only did we do the draft, but we also had All-Star Week with the Home Run Derby, the All-Star Game. We had a few participants, and then we simulated the rest of the month of July and got to the trade deadline, where we made maybe a career-changing move. We traded for George Kirby from Seattle. He wasn't having that great of a year to start, but he's definitely turned it around, I'd have to say. 10-7 with a 3.50 ERA. He's got a 1.31 whip. He's still only 29, but he's going to get a little bit older. We moved on from Logan Webb in the last episode. He was pretty good for us last postseason and towards the end of last season as well. But the start this year, he just was not the same pitcher. I don't know if he was starting to fall off or what. So we capitalized on his season that he was having of late. He was getting a little bit better, and he was starting to get hot. So we traded him to the Mariners to get George Kirby, and not just George Kirby, and also a young catcher named Harry Ford, 24 years old, B potential prospect. Has had a few stints up in the big league so far, but he's mainly been down in AAA and having a decent season down in AAA, and he'll continue to be down there. He could be our replacement at catcher. We were looking at maybe Brett McKay or maybe Babe Lance as the potential replacement for Salvador Perez, because it's probably not going to be MJ Melendez since he's almost 30 himself. But Harry Ford has thrown his hat in the ring as a possible guy to replace Salvador Perez. But we simulated the rest of the month after that trade deadline move, and we got into the month of August, and we are now here at August 7th on the road, Yankee Stadium, against the Pinstripes, against the Bronx Bombers. Jose Barrios versus our ace, Roki Sasaki. Brady Singer's probably not the ace anymore. And Brady Singer's going to be a very interesting piece this offseason. I don't know what to do with him. He is 30. He is not the same pitcher he was the past 2 years. He's got a good ERA, or a good enough ERA, I should say, but he's not performing the way that I expected him to. So we're definitely going to have to figure out what we're going to do with Brady Singer this offseason. Plus, he's getting a lot of money, so that's also a potential wrench in the plans. And then we decided to keep Yuri Perez as the number 5 pitcher in the rotation. We decided to put our faith in him, so I hope I didn't make a bad mistake doing that. We'll find out when it comes to playoff time, postseason baseball. We'll find out. Everybody else I like, and we will see how George Kirby does. We could pitch with George Kirby against Framber Valdez. I guess that's a possibility. I kind of wanted to pitch with Roki Sasaki because he was the starter in the All-Star game this year. He was the American League All-Star starter. So I kind of want to pitch with him again, but George Kirby we just got, and I think he pitched one of these games against the White Sox, but he didn't get the win. So I don't know. I kind of want to pitch with him since we just got it. Let's do that. Let's simulate this game against the Yankees here. Sasaki gets a W, which is awesome. He's 12-4 now. And we will finish the series against the Yankees with George Kirby on the mound against Framber Valdez. And we don't have a great history against Framber Valdez. He's a former Astro. We have a history with the Astros in postseason baseball. And last season especially, we did not play very well against him or against the other Astro pitcher, which I forget his name by now. Let me pull up the Astros. Christian Javier. We struggled against both of them. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen this season or this game against Framber Valdez. But let's get into it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's play Yankees versus Royals, 2 top teams in baseball. Let's go see if we get a W.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. We're ready for MLB The Show's Game of the Week. It's the Kansas City Royals going up against the New York Yankees. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Both sides, this game really matters as the postseason is approaching.
Well, at this point of the year, guys are a little bit tired, but you've got to find a way to dig deeper and bring out your best with so much opportunity to be able to punch your ticket for October.
Just about set to go now. And towing the slab in this one, Framber Valdez.
His career ERA's been under 4. What I like most about...
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Royals and Yankees. This might be the first time we've played the Yankees in this entire franchise. I have no idea if we played the Yankees or not. Not even in postseason action, I don't think. Certainly, it's got to be the first time we've played them in Yankee Stadium. That's got to be true. But they're having a really good year, as you would expect. It's the Yankees. They don't usually struggle in simulation because they usually have a lot of money to pay a lot of different good players. So they don't usually struggle that much. And Framber Valdez is really having a good year. He's having about as good a year as Roki Sasaki is and as Reed Detmers is. It's going to be a tough ask to beat them, and that's just the height of the, what is he, 6'6", 6'7", O'Neal Cruz. Having that big body out there at shortstop is quite the hindrance for us, because that could have popped over a shorter shortstop into the left field, left center gap. Juan Soto at the plate now. 2-time batting title winner for Juan Soto. Maybe he can add a third one. I don't know if he's having that good of a year. I mean, he's hitting 355. He's playing pretty well. He could win the batting title, I guess, if he gets hot the rest of this month and into September as well. And that is going to be a walk. 3-1. Framber Valdez walks Juan Soto. Bo Bichette. I've changed up the lineup a little bit. As you saw, Elliot De La Cruz was leading off. Bo Bichette's now hitting fourth, I think. And then we did substitute out Vinny Pasquantino today, so he's not at first base. It is Walter over at first today. And then the DH is now Edward Cardona. I forget his name. We'll see it when he comes up to play. He's now hitting DH for us this game because Vinny was just a little bit tired. So Walter moves out of the DH spot to go play first as he grabs the first out against Chef McNeil. And then we've got ourselves the young man Cardona, or Corona. I think it's Cardona, actually. He's playing DH for us today. I was going to have Brady House play DH, but then I was like, he's got more. He doesn't have as much power, so I figured Cardona would play DH for us. We'll see how it goes. Alex Verdugo has made his way to New York, and he strikes out. I don't know where Aaron Judge is. Oh, is Aaron Judge in? Is this the series that Aaron Judge is in Pittsburgh? I can't remember. Oh, it is Corona. Oops, Eduardo Corona. I've been calling him the wrong name this entire video, or this entire inning. I apologize. That's a generous call there. Thank you. Eduardo Corona hitting DH for us, replacing Vinny Pasquantino. And that is going to be, ooh, that's a hot skip into the third base glove, but he handled it well. Man, that was a bullet over there at third base. He did a good job of bringing that in and not letting it take a bad bounce. That could have ended very badly for him. Good eye from Walter, 2-1. So the problem with going up against a guy like Framber Valdez is the fact that he has his first pitch is a sinker. He's got all off-speed stuff, and then he has a fastball as his final pitch. Like, what kind of pitcher has a fastball as their final pitch? All a bunch of off-speed stuff that doesn't throw that hard. Like, he doesn't throw any of this stuff like 95 or anything. So it's just a little bit tricky to figure out Framber Valdez. Which is why I was happy to see him leave the Astros. Unfortunately, he's made his way to New York, which is going to be a little bit of a tricky one for us as well because they're competing with us for the number one seed in the American League playoffs. They're, 72 win team? We're a 74 win team, so they are right there with us. And I think the Astros are doing just as good too, so it's going to be a battle in the American League side of things. I don't know how the National League side is doing, but I know that the American League side is pretty cutthroat. It is going to be an absolute fight for the pennant this year in the American League. I just hope that at the end of the day, we come out on top and defend the American League crown that we had a couple of years ago. Can Walter beat the runner? Just barely. O'Neal Cruz with that 90-plus speed almost got there. Brett Beatty is at the plate, hitting 261, and he will stare at a fastball. He's got 13 home runs, which is only tied for third. I feel like the Yankees usually have a guy. I know they don't have Aaron Judge anymore, like we talked about earlier, but I feel like they usually have a guy that hits 30, 40 home runs a season. I guess not this year. If 13 is your tied for third, I guess that doesn't mean that they don't have a guy that's hitting a ton of home runs, because they could have a guy that's just head and shoulders above everybody else, and then the rest of the people are tied for second and third with lower home runs. That's possible, I guess, but it just feels weird. And they've got Nick Gordon as well. This is a very different Yankee team from what I'm used to, at least. There's a few staples on this team, but a lot of turnover here in New York. And a lot of turnover here in Kansas City as well. I mean, we're 5 seasons in. That's what you would expect. We go top 3. It's a little bit of a pitcher's duel as of right now. Third baseman makes the play. On to first. Eric Morales is down. First out of the inning. Bobby Witt, the second leadoff man, we like to call him. He does play like a leadoff man in that 9 spot. That could drop on the left fielder, Verdugo, but he makes the play. Good coverage from Alex Verdugo. That could have been dangerous. Certainly could have been dangerous. And then Elly De La Cruz. He got on base. He's our only hit today through 2 2/3. De La Cruz, our only base hit, and he could be another one. There it is, De La Cruz. I'm liking him being the leadoff man. It used to be Bo Bichette, but I'm liking having Elly as our leadoff guy, because he is producing. At least today he is. If Framber wasn't a lefty, I'd probably steal, but I'm not going to do that right now. Michael Harris, I didn't get underneath it. That could have been dangerous if I got underneath it. That's my bad. All right, we go bottom 3 with Leody Taveras in New York. Man, they got like nobody on this Yankees team that's a true Yankee, or an original Yankee, I should say. Oh, that's going to be a grounder to second base. De La Cruz fields on to first. Taveras is down for the first out. And now it's Austin Wells. 2-1 count. Fouls off the fastball, I think, into the glove of Salvador. Here comes the 2-2 curveball from Kirby, and he stares at it for ball 3. All right, George. I need a strikeout here. George doesn't seem like he's the strikeout type of pitcher like Roki Sasaki is. And he will walk Austin Wells, so Mitch Haniger, will be on base with a runner on first and 1 out in the inning. We'll try to get him out on a slider here. There it is. That's the strikeout we were looking for. Haniger goes down, and there are 2 down in the inning for the leadoff man, Jeff McNeil. Former Met has made his way across New York to the Bronx. But he will get out there to end the third, so that works. That works. This is the MLB Network Game of the Week. This Sunday afternoon game where it doesn't look like it's too nice of a day out here. But this is perfect baseball right here. It's not raining. It's probably not super cold out. Just a little bit of overcast. Looks like a nice day for some baseball watching here in New York, New York. 2-2 count to Juan Soto. It's going to be 3-2 and a full count. Come on, Juan. I need you to absolutely smoke a baseball. And he will do such things, but I was very early on the timing. I tell you what, I say this a bunch, but if I had perfect timing on that, or even good timing on that, that's probably a home run. Don't swing, that's strike 3. Did they call that strike 3 because I checked? Or is it just always going to be a strike? I don't know. Too tough to call, but it is an out nonetheless. And Bo Bichette sends that to center field. Leody Taveras comes on to make the play. And there are 2 down in the inning for Eduardo Corona. We'd have to trim his beard if he went to play for the Yankees, but he's not in New York, so we don't have to worry about that. 3-1. A 2025 All-Star. Did he make the All-Star team this year? There's no way. I would have played with him. Maybe they're talking about AAA All-Star? Or no, he's been up on the big leagues the whole time, hasn't he? I don't know. He might have made the team, I just forgot. It doesn't matter. He flies out to right field, and it's over. All right, we go bottom 4. Christian Arroyo at the plate to lead off the 4th for the Yankees. Bobby Witt on to 3rd. Grabs it, and he's got himself the first out. Good job from Bobby. And now it's Verdugo. Alex Verdugo. And I love to see that the Reds are, I'm looking at the bottom ticker down there, the Reds are 3.5 games back of the wild card. That's nice. Usually in simulation, the Reds suck. Even deeper into simulations, like we are like 4 or 5 years in. The Reds always suck for some reason. They never have any good development of their players. They never have good transactions or anything. But it's nice to see them actually in contention for a playoff spot this late into the season. Now, I doubt they actually make the playoffs because they've got to battle against the Dodgers and the Giants and the Rockies and the Cardinals and all these teams. That's a beautifully placed curveball for strike 3. Froze Oneil Cruz. Forget about the Reds. They're our former rebuild team. This is our current rebuild team, and we got to focus on trying to win the division. I think we were, what, was it 6.5 games up on the guard for first place in the division? I think it might have been 6. It could have been 8. I don't remember exactly. Walter sends that leadoff pitch into center field, but caught by Taveras for the first out. Salvador Perez. And I think I just saw on the bottom ticker down there that Roki Sasaki leads the league, at least the American League, in strikeouts. I don't know if it was the entire baseball. What am I saying? I don't know if he leads baseball or if he just leads the American League. I didn't read it fully, but I saw they had like 168 strikeouts, which leads something. As Salvador Perez, 3-1, sends a fastball into left center field. Gets on base with 1 out. All right. Good job from the veteran, the captain, the lifeblood. And now it's time for the young Eric Morales to try to get something going. He will not, and that'll be a double play to end the inning. Brutal from Morales, but that's what happens when you miss a pitch. Bitch. Ooh, Beatty sends that on the ground towards second base. De La Cruz fields onto first. He threw that hard. Walter's going to have a stinger on his hand there. Nick Gordon to the plate. This Yankee team is not what they used to be, but they are, I mean, they're winning games. They have 72 wins. Or in the 70s. I don't know if it's truly 72. They must be doing something right. Maybe it's just their great pitching. I have no idea, but oh, Walter on the diving play, could not reach it. It's going to get on to right field. I think that's the Yankee first hit. That's their first hit of the ball game there. Kirby's perfect game is out the window, although he walked somebody, so his perfect game was out the door. His no-hitter's out the door now. Here comes the sinker. Taveras just gets a hold of it. Sends it foul. We'll go with a cutter. I haven't thrown a cutter very much today. Oh, Walter. Nick Gordon's pretty fast, but so is Taveras. Just safe. 89 speed just beats the double play. And the Yankee inning will continue. But Austin Wells will stare at a fastball. Strike 3. So the hit does not come back to bite us. And it is top 6. 0-0 with the second leadoff man, Bobby Witt, on to right field. And that's Mitch Haniger for the first out. All right. Elliot De La Cruz. He's been our only consistent bat today. Can he go 3 for 3? Ellie, hot corner third base. And that's out number 2. That felt decent off the bat, but obviously not great. Could have been better. And now it's Michael Harris with a 3-2 count. Michael Harris. Oh, that hopped. Oh, my God. That's a rare thing to happen. That was hit so well and so precise at third base, down the third base line, that it bounced off the bag and went straight in the air. I could probably count on one hand how many times I have done that in MLB The Show. That's pretty crazy. But it happened here, and luckily it was a single. I mean, it would have been a single either way. I don't think I would have been able to make 2 with how hard it was hit. I think Verdugo would have got to it pretty quickly and not allowed me to get to second base. So it would have ended up a single either way. And Soto keeps the inning alive even further, moving Michael Harris to second. We got runners on first and second, 2 outs, and Bo Bichette at the plate, a guy that's been in trade conversations even as early or as most recent as this past episode. We talked about possibly moving on from Bo Bichette, but then I decided maybe he's a off-season move, or we can circle back and rediscuss the Bo Bichette possibility of him moving in the offseason. We decided to keep him for this one last playoff run, and we'll see how that works out for us. I hope it works out for us well, but he doesn't do anything with the runners on base, and we go to the bottom of the 6th, still 0-0. It's a pitching masterclass between Valdez and Kirby. Who's going to be the first to break the score schneid? It's not going to be Mitch Haniger. Mitch. As Eric Morales makes the play to get the first out. And now it's Jeff McNeil, 0 for 2. Kirby is now over 83 pitches, or at 83 pitches, I should say. So we got to keep an eye on that. But he's pitching very well. he's still got good energy, good enough energy, and he's been pitching pretty well. He's been pretty consistent today, so we don't have to think about the bullpen just yet. Maybe in the 7th we will. We'll play it by ear, see how it goes. That's going to be a little grounder to shortstop. Bichette on to first, and that is going to be the 3rd out. Quick 6th inning. This has been just a defensive beauty of a game. If you like defensive baseball and pitching baseball, this is your kind of game. Sit down with some popcorn and watch the Masterclass at work on both mounds. 2-2. Corona down low, and that is going to just go foul. I thought maybe it would hook back and stay fair inside the line, but it does not do that. And that is strike 3 on Corona. I probably should have went around on that, but I might have been too early anyway, so I would have probably struck out either way. I told you, we struggle with Framber Valdez, and now he's playing for the Yankees, which makes it a little bit more interesting. Walter, I was really late on that. I did not decide to swing until it was almost too late. It is now 3-2. Come on, Walter. You've been the rookie of the year. You need to step up. He's not going to do it there. Grounder to first. And that is the 2nd out of the inning. Top 7, the lifeblood at the plate. Salvador Perez. Does he have one more magical moment in him? Not there. Oneil Cruz on to first, and that's the 3rd out. We go bottom 7, still 0-0. This is crazy. Yankees only have 1 hit, though. Yankees still only have the 1 hit. Kirby could have been on for a no-hitter if that ball didn't get, Nick Gordon's single didn't get past Walter at first. Reds lead the Orioles 3-1, 6th inning. Nice to see that. Michael Conforto with a 19th home run of the day, or of the day. That'd be something. 19 home runs in a single day. But his 19th home run of the season is what I wanted to say. As Verdugo's pitch is sent into center field for Michael Harris for the 1st out. Big body Oneil Cruz to the plate. He will foul off a first pitch fastball. 3-2. We'll give him a little sinker, make him have to go down and golf this one. And he doesn't do it. That is going to be ball 4. Cruz takes his base. And there's a dangerous runner on the base paths. That's going to be Ellie Cruz off the glove. He does keep it in the infield, but I was hoping he'd make the play. And now we are in a dangerous spot. We got a very fast, very dangerous runner on second base, but a double play ball is still in play. Or I'll take a strikeout as well. That also works. And we're not going to get it on that pitch. I don't want to throw the curveball, but on 1-2 I have a little bit of a cushion, so I will. We'll throw the curveball here. He goes after it. Double play possibility. Bobby Witt to second. De La Cruz on to first. And we get out of the double play, or we get out of the inning with a double play. Good job from Kirby. That's what you want to see. Great ground ball pitch. I think Kirby's day is going to be done, though. I'm going to bring in Garrett Crochet to start the 8th for us. The bottom of the 8th. I have a feeling that whoever scores the first run is probably going to be the one that wins this game, and it could be us. Eric Morales leadoff pitch into right center field, and that is a leadoff double from the 2nd-year man, Eric Morales. I like to see that, and they're pulling Valdez for a righty. They are pulling, oh, it's Clay Holmes. Okay. They pull Framber Valdez for the righty, Clay Holmes, who also has a sinker as his number 1. Bobby Witt at the plate, 1-2 after the swing and miss. Come on, Bobby. You're one of our best players, if not our best player in terms of just pure overall, besides Juan Soto, obviously. Can you do it? Oh, just foul. That needed to stay fair, and that could have been a first run. Back-to-back sliders for Clay. Does he go back to it again? It doesn't matter. Off the glove. I'm not going to send anybody. Off the glove of Verdugo. The diving effort is to no avail. At least he kept it in front of him. That could have been very dangerous. I might have been able to get a inside the park home run with Bobby Witt. Off the glove. They are playing heavy on the infield to try to stop at least a bunt or anything. They do not want anybody getting around. But it's not going to work. Oh, it's a double play. Unless De La Cruz can beat the run. De La Cruz can't do it. He grounds into a double play, and that's very unfortunate. But we got a dangerous hitter, Michael Harris. Can he score the first run? Michael Harris into left field. He's going to score it. Royals lead 1-0 in the Bronx. Michael Harris around first, on to second. And Kansas City's broken the stalemate. Michael Harris, the new addition. Let's go, baby. That's exactly what we needed. That is exactly what we needed. We just kept chipping away. Just chipping away at the Yankees until they finally broke here in the top of the 8th. And it's Michael Harris the second who gets it done. We still want Garrett Crochet to come in. He's having a good season. He's having a good season. And we will let him ride the bottom of the 8th to get us to the 9th. That's going to be into left field. Soto might be able to make the play, and he just barely did. For the first out, Austin Wells at the plate. He is 0 for 1 because he took a walk his first time up. He will swing and miss past a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. And I'll give him a little cheeky slider here. Send him out of the zone. And he goes after it. Swing and a miss. And Wells will go down for the second time on strikeouts. Mitch Haniger, Mitch, is up with a 1-1, 2 outs in the inning. What do we go with here? Probably a circle change. Give him a little circler. He hits it, but he fouls it off. I'll give him some stinky cheese. We'll give him some of that stanky cheese up in his face. Oh, okay. Got a little away from me. That's all right. We'll give him a slider now. We'll come back down to earth. There's the slider inside on him, but he got a nice contact on it, but not nice enough. And that is the end of 8 innings. Through 8, Royals lead 1-0 in the Bronx. We got 4, 5, and 6 coming up. They bring in Michael King, and we are going to warm up ourselves our ace of the bullpen. Our all-star closer, Camilo Doval, to try to shut the door in the 9th. But we will find out if we have extra insurance or not. Bichette, little chopper to shortstop, Cruz on to make it. But if that was any more speed, he probably beats the throw. If that was Bobby Witt or De La Cruz, that's probably a base hit. Unfortunately, 59 speed is not fast enough, and Corona just missed the slider. That was a meatball, as the Italian would say. And now Walter's up. So it's been a quick top of the 9th. Doesn't look like we're going to get any insurance unless Walter hits a home run! Walter! No! No! I've been wanting to hit a home run with Walter since we drafted him. He's our first ever draft pick in this entire franchise. And I have not hit a home run with him in any game I've played with him. That could have been it. And it hooks foul. You got to be kidding me. Absolute joke. But Camilo Doval will come in to save this game. Hopefully. I mean, he was an all-star. He's been an all-star before. He's one of the best closing pitchers in baseball. I feel confident with him, but that's not a good start. Jeff McNeil into left center, deep left center. Soto onto the track. It's going to get out past his glove. McNeil, he's going to go 3. Soto, get it in to third. It's a triple, a leadoff triple for Jeff McNeil. I can't believe the scenes. Pinch runner Oswaldo Perez. I cannot believe that Jeff McNeil's had a triple. They're not going to send him home here. Bobby, throw it on to first, Bobby. The analog stick made me run to the left side. That could have been dangerous. Oh, I can't believe they just hit a triple. A leadoff triple with Jeff McNeil is absolutely insane. Juan Soto just needed to be slightly faster. If he was just slightly faster, he gets that ball and no damage is done. Oh, they don't go home. And now we don't have to worry about it. All we got to do is get the out at first. It's one of the toughest outs. It's Oneil Cruz. He's a big body. He's got pop. But we'll see if we can strike him out. Oh my God, Eric Morales makes the play. Royals win. 1-0 in the Bronx. We sweep the Yankees in 3. That was a close one. Man, what a heart-stopping 9th inning. But we get it done. Oh, baby, that was close. What a game, though. Really defensive, good pitching performances throughout. Kirby and Valdez played really well. Kirby gets the W. A 2-hitter through, 7 innings for Kirby? I'd say that's pretty good. And we get the W. We sweep the Yankees on the road. Keith Dell has injured his ankle. That's not good. We are getting hit with the injury bug like crazy. That is now the third guy who's had to go on the 60-day IL. Quintana we lost with a torn labrum, who he's probably going to be out for a little bit of next season. We lost George Cruz to a broken hand. And now Keith Dell, another one of our young prospects, has broken his ankle, and we lost him again. Man, that's crazy. We are getting hit with the injury bug like crazy. Let's simulate the rest of the month of August and get to September 1st, where we can do call-ups next episode. We got a little short 2-gamer against the White Sox, and we will split 1-1. Okay. We have a 7.5 game lead over the Guardians. I like to see that. 4-gamer against the Tigers, and we will win 3-1. I'll take that as well. 79-45. We could have clinched. No, we haven't clinched yet because there's still a good amount of baseball left to go. But we are one of the best teams in baseball, if not the best team. We are. Best team in baseball, 79 wins so far. Astros have 77. Yankees and Red Sox and Rangers have 75. And then the Mets have 74. God, this National League Central is just gross. This is a horrible division. If your best team has 66 wins and the Brewers are 6.5 games back, that's just gross. But whatever. It's not our division. And we have to play the bad Cincinnati Reds. Let's see if we can sweep them. And we do. Big sweep of the Cincinnati Reds back in Kansas City. So we take a huge W there. 82-45. Still 7.5 games back. We are holding back the Guardians. And we play them one more time this season. That might be the game that we play in September, in the September video next episode. 3-gamer against the Angels. Pete Crow Armstrong. Whoa, I just saw Pete Crow Armstrong with 6 months too. Another 6+ injury? He tore his Achilles. I cannot believe this. We are getting so crushed with injuries to our youngsters. Armstrong's 25. George Cruz is 25. Dell's 21. Quintana's 20. We are getting destroyed with our youngsters with huge injuries. Career-threatening injuries, like a torn Achilles for a center fielder. That's career-threatening right there. We haven't clinched even a postseason appearance yet because we can still fall out. We're battling the Guardians. We have a huge series against them coming up at the end of the month. Let's see if we can ride some momentum. Big 4-game sweep of the Tampa Bay Rays. That's huge. 87-47 is our record. We're battling. We're doing very well. Nobody's clinched just yet. Nobody has clinched a playoff spot yet. But here's a huge 3-game series against the Guardians. Come on, boys. We need this. And we get swept. That is not what we needed. How do we get swept by the Guardians? Come on, guys. We are clearly better than them. It's September 1st. Next episode, we will do September call-ups and probably play one of these games against the Guardians. I would assume it's going to be the game with Roki Sasaki, just because I like pitching with Roki Sasaki, and he's having a Cy Young caliber season. I think he's still in conversations for it. Soto's leading MVP. Love to see that. And Sasaki is leading Cy Young. He's got a chance. Soto's also leading the batting side. Soto got a chance for, he does. Juan Soto has a chance for the Triple Crown. It could happen this year. It could happen. And Kirby's got a chance for Gold Glove pitcher. Love to see it. We got a chance for a couple awards, but the main one's MVP or Triple Crown in general, and then Cy Young. But we'll do September call-ups next episode. We will do the Guardians game with Roki Sasaki next episode, and we will simulate the rest of the season. We will finish it out. Hopefully, we don't get any more injuries because we've got 4 youngsters on the 60-day IL with huge injuries. Our AAA system is taking a beating. 2 huge outfielders for us in the AAA organization, and then the AA team took a hit with Keith Dell, and then our big league squad took a hit with Greg Quintana. We're running out of depth. I don't have that good a depth to start with. I may also do a little bit of contract negotiation, but probably not. I'll probably have to wait till the offseason to do that. But that is going to do it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. You do not want to miss next episode. It is going to be a wild month of September, because not only do we have September call-ups where we get to see a couple new fresh faces, but we have this huge game on the 4th against Savale and the Guardians, which could decide the division. This whole series could decide, this 3-game series could decide the division. But if it doesn't, they're only 4 games back, and we got a huge month of simulation. We have to win a bunch of games to hold off the Guardians. But that's all going to be in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. Truly appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.